Okay, so get this right. We're talking terabytes, like an insane amount of leaked Pokemon data.
Yeah, this isn't like, just some random rumors or speculation we've seen before. This is the real deal.
This is like source code. We're talking designs, internal emails. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like Game Freak left their top secret vault open and someone just like grabbed everything.
It's pretty much unprecedented.
So obviously, when we heard about this, we're like, all right, we got to dive into this, right? We have to do a deep dive for everyone.
Oh yeah, we went deep.
But don't worry, we sifted through all the noise, so you don't have to.
We got the need to know info.
Exactly, the absolute juiciest bits of Pokemon Gold. And trust me, there is some big stuff in here.
Yeah, there's some bombshells for sure.
So first up, we got to talk about like the earthquake that just shook like the whole Pokemon world.
This is like a level 10 earthquake.
This is the Terra leak tsunami. Okay.
Yeah.
So October 12th, 2024, Game Freak servers. They get hit with this massive hack.
I mean, massive.
Terabytes, we're talking 1 terabyte is 1,000 gigabytes.
That's a lot of data.
It's a crazy amount of data. Just like, imagine, right, all of a sudden, all this internal Game Freak stuff, it's just out there in the wild.
It's out there. And one of the biggest things that came out, I think, for a lot of fans, all those whispers that we've been hearing, all those rumors about Legends ZA.
Oh, yeah, Legends. ZA. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, well, they were apparently aiming for a 2024 release, but
don't leave me hanging.
Okay, so it looks like they're tapping the brakes a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, which honestly isn't too surprising. Game Freak has been on like a roll with these releases.
Yeah, for sure. They've been pumping them out.
But get this, the leaks. They suggest they pushed it back specifically to polish the game up a bit more.
Okay, see, now that I can get behind, because let's be real, after Scarlet and Violet,
A little extra polish is very welcome.
a little bit more time in the oven would be great for those games. So
Yeah. Right, so it seems like they're actually taking the feedback to heart, giving it a bit more time to bake. The leaks point to the game being in late beta right now.
Oh, wow. So they're pretty far along.
Yeah, storyline's finalized, the English translation is nearly done, but they're really taking the time to just work out all the kinks, get rid of those bugs.
Okay, see, and that's great to hear. I'd much rather wait a little bit longer and have it be like, a more polished.
More enjoyable experience, right?
Exactly. But hold on. Okay. Because it gets even juicier, Mega Evolutions. Like full-blown Mega Evolutions, they're back.
Mega Evolutions are back. This is huge. And you know how we know this?
How? Tell me.
Leaked internal chats between Game Freak and, get this, the anime team.
What? They're connected?
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes?
Yeah. They're trying to really sync up these games and the anime because there were talks about debuting Mega Zygarde in the Pokemon Horizons anime.
Oh, that's right. The new anime? Oh my God, can you imagine? You're just like watching the new season of Pokemon and bam, Mega Zygarde just pops up and it's like right as the new game drops.
It would be the perfect marketing, right?
Yeah, it would be amazing. Hype everyone up.
Get everyone excited. And it wasn't just Zygarde either. There was some chatter about Mega Zeraora being in the works too. It really makes you think what are their roles going to be in this whole Legends ZA story?
Right, like what's the connection there? Are they like guardians of this ancient region? Are they
the protectors, the villains?
Yeah, the villains, right. Oh man, the suspense is killing me.
We're gonna have to wait and see. But speaking of upcoming games, let's not forget about Gen 10.
Oh, right, Gen 10, that's right. Coming sometime.
That's right, and we actually got some juicy details on that too.
Okay, yeah, spill the tea.
All right, so from the leaks, it looks like it's codenamed Gaia.
Gaia. Okay, so if you're like a mythology buff, which I am.
Right.
Gaia, it's all about the earth, nature, like very primal.
Exactly. Mother Earth, all of that.
Yeah, and you know what? That actually makes a ton of sense because the leaks also hint at this massive island exploration theme.
Yes. Think Alola.
Okay.
They're cranked up to 11.
To 11, wow.
We're talking a whole archipelago to explore, maybe even this massive underwater world.
Oh, see? Underwater. I'm already getting excited.
Yeah, exactly. But there was actually some chatter, some internal chatter about the game being too much water. Some of the developers were a little worried that it's too heavily ocean-based.
Interesting. So are we talking too much swimming, not enough solid ground?
Maybe. I mean, it wouldn't be Pokemon without some water routes.
True. Gotta have those water routes.
Oh,
also, I almost forgot to mention, the leaks also mentioned the two versions being codenamed K and N.
Right. which has led to a lot of speculation, of course.
Naturally. What else are fans going to do besides speculate? But, like, any solid guesses on those code names?
Well, there's a lot of talk about them being related to, get this, the Japanese words kei, meaning wind, and nami, meaning wave.
Okay, so wind and wave, that makes sense, right? With the whole island exploration thing.
Exactly. It could be a hint at the powers of the legendary Pokemon, maybe even like totally different environments in each version. You get like a wind island, a wave island.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that. So, okay, let's put it all together. We might be looking at a sprawling open world Pokemon game. Kind of like, ooh, what was that one game? Wind Waker. But with Pikachu and pals.
I'm already sold. Think about it. Sailing between islands, exploring hidden grottos, battling trainers on the high seas.
Oh my God, stop. I can only take so much. This is too much hype. Okay, although I gotta be honest, those whispers about too much water, I don't know, it does have me a little worried. What if it's just like endless ocean with a couple of tiny islands? Where's the exploration in that?
It's a valid concern, definitely. I mean, hopefully Game Freak finds a good balance, right? Like in the older games where you have, a good mix of land and sea to explore.
Right. You don't want to feel like you're stuck on a boat the whole time. I mean, I like sailing.
Right, exactly. And imagine if they incorporate like diving, exploring coral reefs, discovering underwater ruins, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Now you're just teasing me.
I know. It's hard not to get excited. But speaking of New Horizons, the Switch 2, it's officially a thing.
Okay, yes. The Switch 2, the mythical Switch 2, we have to talk about.
And it's got a code name, Ounce. Catchy, right?
Ounce. Okay, yeah, I like that. It's better than some of the other code names we've seen floating around.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But the leaks, they confirm that Gen 10 is being developed for it.
Yeah.
So does that mean that the Switch, our current trusty Switch, is being left in the dust?
Well, not so fast. They are actually testing a version for the current Switch, too.
Oh, really? Okay, so they haven't completely forgotten about us.
Not yet. Although it does make you wonder, like, how well is that going to run?
Right. Especially after, the whole Scarlet and Violet situation, which don't even get me started.
Let's not open that can of worms. But yeah, I mean, it begs the question, will the older Switch even be able to handle a game of this scale? Like, what are we going to be sacrificing?
Right. Like, are the graphics going to be, potato quality?
Maybe?
Or is the world going to be super tiny to make up for it?
Who knows? But it's definitely a concern.
It's a little concerning. Like, are we going to miss out on all the good stuff if we don't upgrade right away?
Right. Well, the good news is we have some time to think about it. We don't have to make a decision right this second.
That's true. But it is something to, keep in mind.
It is. I think we all kind of knew this day was coming eventually, though, right?
Yeah, you're right. Technology marches on.
It does.
All right, so we've got new mainline games, possible mega evolutions. The Switch 2 is looming, right around the corner. But wait, there's more.
There's always more. I feel like we say that every time.
It's because it's true. Every time we think we've uncovered everything, there's always something else. And these leaks, they did not disappoint.
Not at all. This next one, though, this one's a doozy.
Okay, lay it on me. What else did they manage to dig up?
The leaks revealed something truly unexpected. Like, nobody saw this coming. A brand new multiplayer Pokemon game in development.
Hold on. Multiplayer. Like a full-on separate Pokemon game that's multiplayer.
That's what it looks like. And get this, the codename is Synapse.
Synapse. Okay. That's an interesting choice.
Right. Definitely makes you think.
It does. But that could mean anything. It doesn't really give us much to go on.
It doesn't. But there's more.
Yeah, there's more. See, this is what I'm talking about. They always leave us wanting more.
Well, it gets even better, actually, because it's a collaboration.
Ooh, with who? Come on, don't leave me hanging.
With ILCA.
Okay, so for those who don't know, ILCA, they're the folks behind Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Exactly. So they've got some experience under their belt.
They definitely know Pokemon.
They do.
But what does that even mean for this game? What are they making?
Right. Well, the leaks, they describe it as Splatoon-like.
Splatoon-like. Okay, now that throws a wrench in things.
Curveball. Nobody was expecting that.
No, nobody. I mean, Splatoon-like, that could mean so many things. Like, are we talking about turf wars, but with Pokemon abilities instead of ink?
Right. Or maybe it's like team-based battles where you're controlling individual Pokemon. Like, really get in there.
Or maybe it's something completely different, something we haven't even, thought of because it's Pokemon, right? They can get creative.
Exactly. What if it's more strategic, like almost like a Pokemon MOBA where you're capturing points, defending your base, that kind of thing?
Ooh, okay, now that's an interesting idea. I hadn't even thought of that.
Right.
Ooh, and imagine like the different roles your Pokemon could have, like
Right.
some are defenders, some are attackers. Ooh.
Right. And think about the potential for customization. What if you could choose different gear and abilities for your Pokemon, kind of like in Pokemon Unite?
Oh, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. The possibilities, they're just endless with this.
They really are. It just goes to show, even with all this leaked information, there are still so many mysteries surrounding this Synapse game.
It's like Game Freak is purposely keeping us in the dark just to see us squirm.
Yeah, maybe they're just trying to build that hype, keep us on the edge of our seats.
Yeah.
But speaking of mysteries, there's one aspect of this whole leak that's been particularly intriguing to me.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued. What is it? What's got you hooked?
It's the leaker themselves. They haven't just dumped all this data and disappeared. They're out there dropping hints saying they're holding back some of the biggest reveals.
Wait, are you serious? That's wild. It's like they're playing this whole game with the Pokemon community.
Right. Oh, you think this is crazy? Just wait.
Oh, man. So what are they saving? What could be bigger than everything we just talked about? A new type of Pokemon. A Pokemon and Mario crossover. I don't even know. The possibilities are blowing my mind.
I know, right? It's how do you even top this? Maybe it's something related to the lore. We did talk about how the leaks uncovered some pretty dark and disturbing stuff. What if there's even more to that story, something truly game-changing?
Oh, man. Some huge conspiracy involving, the entire Pokemon world. I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
I know, right? Or maybe it's something related to those scrap designs. What if they're planning on bringing some of those concepts back in a big way? Imagine if that genie-like Landorus was just the tip of the iceberg,
Oh, man. Don't get my hopes up. That would be insane. Though, I do have to admit, this whole situation, it really has me looking at Pokemon in a whole new light.
I know, me too. It's like we've been given this backstage pass to the world of Pokemon development. We're seeing the creative struggles, the tough choices, all the ideas that never made it into the games.
And it makes you realize that there's so much more to these games than you initially see. It's not just cute monsters and epic battles. There are years of work behind them, countless iterations, and a whole lot of passion.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes this leak so fascinating. It's not just about the information itself. It's about what it reveals about the creative process, the people behind the games, and just the future of the Pokemon franchise in general.
Exactly. It's like we've been given this glimpse into this incredible machine, and we get to see how all the gears turn, all the different parts working together.
And I think whether Game Freak likes it or not, this leak has kind of opened a door that can't be closed. We're entering this new era of transparency in the Pokemon world.
Which, honestly, could be a good thing.
It could be a very good thing. And I think it's going to be really fascinating to see how it all plays out.
Totally. So while you're out there processing all of this new info, we're going to leave you with this. The next time you boot up a Pokemon game, try to remember those scrap designs, those internal debates, the sheer amount of work that went into creating the world you're exploring.
And just maybe you'll catch a glimpse of those what-ifs, those paths not taken, and maybe just appreciate the journey even more.
And that, my friends, is the magic of a good deep dive. But hold on, we're not done yet. We still have so much more to unpack from these leaks, and trust me, you do not want to miss this.
Okay, but seriously, before we got cut off, you were saying that there was something in the leaks about some of the lore being kind of dark.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the deal with that?
Well, there were some Pokedex entries.
Oh, okay, like the descriptions you see in the game.
Yeah, exactly. For some Pokemon.
Yeah.
But these entries, they were different.
Different how? Creepier than usual. Because let's be real, Pokemon can get kind of dark sometimes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, but these were... Well, imagine if those creepy Lavender Town vibes...
Those are creepy.
Yeah, if they just took over a whole game.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
Right. But that's the thing. It makes you wonder, what were they going for? Were these just, early ideas that they scrapped because they were too intense? Maybe. Or maybe they're testing the waters, seeing how far they can push things, how much players are willing to handle.
It's true. I mean, Pokemon has always had this darker side, these hints of something a little more unsettling lurking beneath the surface.
Right, like the whole, Cubone wearing its mother's skull thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's messed up when you really think about it. But they never really go all the way, It's always like implied, never explicitly stated.
Yeah, totally. It's like they want to keep it appropriate for kids, but also, like, give the adults something to think about.
Right, and that's what's so interesting about this leak. Because for once, it feels like we're seeing some of that darker stuff that they usually keep hidden.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, like, are they going to embrace that more in the future?
Ooh, that's a good question. Like, are we entering a new age of Pokemon where things are going to get a little bit more, I don't know, mature, a little bit more real?
Maybe. Or maybe it's just Game Freak messing with us, throwing us a curveball. But either way, it's definitely got people talking, and I think that's a good thing.
I totally agree. Because, like, at the end of the day, whether you love it or hate it, this leak has sparked so many conversations, so many theories, and honestly, that's what makes being a Pokemon fan so much fun.
It is. It's all about the speculation, the anticipation, the shared excitement for what's next.
Exactly. And you know what? No matter what crazy stuff Game Freak throws at us in the future, we'll be here to break it all down for you.
Absolutely. We'll be diving headfirst into those leaks, those rumors, those wild theories.
So until next time, trainers, keep your Pokeballs ready, your minds open, and most importantly, never stop exploring. This is a Deep Dive, signing out.
Catch you later.